Hey everybody, this is Grace, and I'm gonna go to my little place that I go to for these to work. I'm gonna put it that way, and talk about something different today. Right now, it's a beautiful day. We're back to our beautiful days, but we heard yesterday that we're gonna have another round of what we've been having. Just a lot of rain, a lot of storms coming next week. Oh, squirrely, you better move out of the road. That car almost hit it. Yikes, that was not good. Anyway, and I'm hoping for today to be just a beautiful day of driving. And you can see when I'm driving down through here, maybe through here, they're still cleaning up. Everybody's still cleaning up from the storm we had. I guess it was last week, or a few days into the week before, whenever it was. Within the last 10 days. Days are blurring so much. And it's just it's been just a lot of rain. We just knew next day there's going to be more rain. But this is why I'm on my way there. And it takes some of these take like 10, 15 minutes. Some take the spots or 20 minutes or more to get to. And I usually don't do anything but make videos on the way. That's why I wind up with so many videos, or video clips. Sometimes I just combine them all together, to and from, because I don't do anything while I'm driving. I'm doing these offers, so don't look at that. And so it's 20 minutes, say 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. Yeah, sometimes I just put them all together. It's just a whole bunch of stuff in one video. I got like almost, I say around 2 weeks behind on getting them off of my phone, so I'm kind of rambling right now, as usual. Not always, but quite often. Anyway. Yeah, a lot of people are still cleaning up. Wow, they had a lot over there. Adam told me yesterday at one of the places, Garland, of all places, ones I say I don't want to go. I don't really have anything against all of Garland, but I have them triggering. It triggers me. It was a bad experience with somebody I knew there that lived there. So it just wasn't a good time in my life. Yeah, but I had lived there years ago, and it was okay. But the experience was many years after that. So I care to go there. But anyway, Adam told me that he heard the other day that they had wind speeds up to 93 miles per hour. I keep wanting to say percent. 93 miles per hour, and lots of damage, and people there still without electricity. What day was that? I think it was last week early. So much. And then we had another just yesterday, the day before yesterday. I'm telling you, they're blurring. We had 65 mile per hour wind gust. Yeah. And then we're expect to have it again next week. Wow. And those people that just anyway. Okay, I'm gonna close this off now. Okay, hey everybody. Yeah, I just pulled out of a road over here. And right before that, I saw this race car kind of thing. I've seen 3 myself. I think 3 in our neighborhood. I think they belong to teenagers. And this one, whomever was driving, man, they were probably going, I'd say, around 75, maybe 55. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but that's a neighborhood with kids, and the speed limit is 30. And I was just thinking at that time, same thing I was thinking about yesterday, is how important it is to realize, like here where I am, that the kids are out for summer. And I've seen plenty of them on busy streets, no parent, from I'd say age 10 on their bicycle, some walking, and then I've seen some driving. The ones that just got their, I would think they just got their license. And speeding, really, life in Narcissismville, let me tell you. But that worried me. And what I was thinking was also, like sometimes when I bring up a subject, it's funny because I get tested on these subjects. Well, I've already been tested on this. Yeah, to be really cognizant of what's going on, with these kids, because like that day that one of them just walked right out in front of a car that's on a road like this. 3 lanes on each side. Didn't even look. Didn't even care. So, anyway. Okay, hey everybody, this is Grace. And I'm on my way to my usual, what's becoming my usual spot, one of them. And to see about doing some more orders today. It's 4:23 p.m. And I have a feeling this one is one of them. He drives fast. But, yeah, maybe not. But anyway, I was out earlier today. I only got one. I only took one because I was going to go home. It's because I noticed all the gray car. I'm going to start saying it like this. I was kind of joking about that, but not really. The gray sedan people. Sounds better. It's kind of like I said, a little bit of joking, but not really. Because yeah, I see them, a lot more of them now these days, and more and more. And the reason I'm not really obsessed with them, but I want to find out what's actually going on and how does that affect me. This is what I'm curious about, is how am I going to compete with them? Am I wasting my time all around? Should I go some other, some other suburb of Dallas? I do in my area. I don't want to drive an hour to some other place just to try to get some done with the reason I'm trying to get the health, doing this is for the health insurance, and the reason for the health insurance needs so bad is the edema. I'm not going to drive an hour one way, then an hour back, and think I'm going to do something in the middle of that. I had actually thought about taking a vacation, going somewhere, and since this is my birthday month, I've been saying that since I don't know, when I was young, but going and just staying in a hotel. But I don't like hotels. I just don't. I used to not mind going, and I traveled so much. But you started seeing those, after seeing some of those things on TV. But I thought about that and staying in one place like a week, just take a week vacation, stay in a place and do these. Do those offers. Do these food delivery things there. And I looked yesterday at the place I want to go to, and the population is only 15. I think it was, I could be wrong there. I think it was, I'm going to look that up and then I'll see. But it wasn't that much. I was thinking 15,000, a little less than 20,000. And I don't think that's enough to really have any. It's kind of not, it's not very close to another place. Like that Wiley and Sulphur, not Sulphur, but it's Wiley and Murphy. They're real close to one another, so they are borderline on one another. They have a connected border. Oh my goodness. Oh, but really, I want to go somewhere and just see how different it is. And this is north of Dallas, Collin County. And I do Collin County. That's an easier way to put it. Very wealthy. Wealthiest county in Texas at a certain amount of population. It's number 1. So, yeah, but I'm going to go out here today. And what I wanted to do now is to see, like I've been doing it already, is to see what happens when one of them is sitting there, the gray sedan people, and gets an offer, an order. Like today, one of them just took off real fast. I actually drove up, kind of catty corner to him, but a couple of places, parking spots down. And I looked just the other way for a second, and then when I looked back, he was taking off. I'm like, wow, you know. But yeah, I can kind of tell because they roll their windows down. They don't use their air conditioner while they're just sitting there waiting. I guess they turn their thing off. Now, for me, I cannot do that. No, I have to have the air on, and that's why I don't like just sitting there. But my car, if I'm driving and I'm stopped like that, it will shut the motor down. So, but still run the AC. I don't know how it works. I don't like it when it drives for me and when it doesn't. Well, I kind of figured that out the first time I turned the corner. I was driving and I passed something I've always called Dead Man's Curve, and it drove for me around it. It said, "No, we're not letting you do it." It didn't trust me yet. So anyway, my SUV drives me. Did I say car again? Yeah, I don't know why I'm stuck on that. Old habits. But okay, you don't get too close. And anyway, I'm seeing now more and more, like right there, there's a gray sedan. I'm seeing more and more and more every time I turn around. But these, no, they park in that parking lot, and the same parking lot where I would only, before now, I would only go there every once in a while, and then I also would go down the road from it. And but I never had noticed until more recently those cars sitting there, and they come like, it's not just one, and not just, you know, like during especially the noon hour, it's going to be more than one. And today it was, I think even 11 o'clock. Yeah, 11 o'clock. So I just want to see what happens, and what I'm guessing so far is, like, you know, in other places, sometimes I wasn't getting any offers at all. No offers. And now I think I'm getting offers. Oh, what was that? Something just fell on my roof. But I'm getting offers, but they're not all that great. Well, one of them, like today, was good. It was $7 for 2 miles, or maybe it was a mile and something. But it was a hotel off the highway, and I think I knew where that one was, and it wasn't good. It was a pretty bad. There were 2 of them that were pretty bad. So, But let me see what's going on out here. There's something else I noticed I don't like. I'll probably talk about that in another video, though. We shall see. Actually, this time I decided to park underneath some shade. I do wonder what hit the roof of my SUV. We have so much got destroyed. So many trees, or just limbs, and it could have been something that fell off one of those trees going down that road. I'm getting a little distracted. Somebody's trying to get across, and the SUV that's going the other way, it slowed down. I can't stand when people do that. And making it to where that person can't cross. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. Hey everybody. In this video, I'm going to talk about these gray sedans. These gray sedan people. Yeah. The ones that I say have to be part of a fleet of people. They must be. I am quite convinced after, however many months now. I've been convinced, really, that they are part of a fleet that do these food delivery, gig work, not just from any of them. I've actually seen them have different apps open, whichever one it was. Anyway, but I parked here to be under a tree for some shade, and I came down here early. It's 4:44 p.m. on June 6, 2024, which today is Thursday. I came down here on purpose. I was here earlier for lunch, and I saw so many of these gray people. The actual areas, I have more than one app, was basically showing this was one of the hot areas, and at 11 o'clock. Usually it only, any of them basically are saying noon, just the noon hour. That's it. And but today, whatever reason, it was something special. I have no idea, but it was also said the 11 o'clock hour. And, yeah. And then the 3 hours or 4 hours after that, well, right now it's 4 o'clock. I think it's saying, no, actually it would be, I should look, but I think up till 6 o'clock. And I've noticed that it's common that it says 6 o'clock. Dinner time, nothing. You know, it's not all lit up for all these areas and all that. But anyway, I wanted to sit here, right here on purpose, because to show you where I have, been sitting lately, to where I see these gray gray sedans and people delivering from them. And because I know that that's what they're doing. I do. I've sat close enough at one time. Not at every time, but close enough to see how they're doing it and all around, I've been not really spying. I just want to know, how's it going to work if I'm sitting there in the same parking lot with them, and this is my area also I like to do, and if you're sitting there, what happens? I mean, am I going to be the one that gets all the crap? So far, the answer is yes. And I'm talking like $3. But at the same token, before I wasn't getting any, and the $3 ones are usually like 1 mile down the road, 11 minutes is what they'll say it is, because I'm right here. And one of them said 11 minutes, and I was like, really now? I didn't test it. You would think I would, but yeah, 11 minutes but it was $3 and some change. It's like, get me started. I always try to fool myself that way, to say, get me started by taking one of the bad ones. And I always say the same thing after. Then it continues to give the bad ones, because it says, hey, this is what she'll take. But anyway, I'm sitting here because I want to see how many drive up and at what time do they get here. Okay, well, these gray sedans. Now, there are also every once in a while black ones and white ones. But they're always there. Everyone I've seen that anybody has delivered from, they're older models, and they're kind of not in good shape. They look like cheaper model autos. And there's some of them are just like this. See, this paint job just went by. I don't know if you saw it. I had one time. It was a what was that? Chevy Cavalier, right? And it was a 2-door, and it was a stick, and we just got rid of it like a few years ago. But it was good. I liked driving shifts. Zoom, zoom, zoom. But it was so small, man. But anyway, the paint on the hood and I think it also on the roof, the sun just ate it, It just ate it. That happens to some, but that's what these gray cars, you think, with the hubcap, or all of them or some of them missing, and dents in the doors, or dents or big scratches that haven't been buffed out or anything. One of them I saw had a hood, like the front driver's side. Somebody crashed into it, or they crashed into something. The hood was a little bit up. So in other words, they're really, really cheap models, and that's what I've seen people delivering. I've actually, had one, I've mentioned how many times now? One drive up next to me when I was delivering. I just got back in my SUV, and he parked on the other side of the road. Blocked people in because he doesn't know how to parallel park, apparently, or feels he doesn't have to. And if anybody tried to get through there, I was parked legally, up against the curb, and on the correct side, the right side. He goes to the other one, just parks right there, blocks 2 people in, 2 cars, 2 autos, to go delivery, because it's all about him. Oh my goodness, I'm laughing all, but it was funny because I remember that order of me delivering. It was just a Sonic Route, what do they call, Route 44s? And those big ones, drinks. That's all that it was, all that I delivered. But nothing bad happened. It was complete, and no tip baiting or anything. But that guy was very weird, and the offer turned out to be the order delivered turned out to be strange beyond that. Because after he delivered, I started to wonder, You know, if something, I don't know, I got those, my spidey senses. But nobody picked up the order, and I wasn't there at the time, but I went back by, and it was something, it was in my neighborhood, by the way. It was something like an hour. It was a long wait. I could be lying, but yeah. And now, as far as this parking area, this one I've wondered about, but it's too nice. It's too nice of a car. But that person was just sitting there for a long while, just sitting there. But like I said, usually these are older model. I'm talking maybe, I don't even know, because I'm not a person that keeps up with that kind of stuff. But maybe before they were computerized. I could be lying on that. Maybe it was 20 years. I don't know. But they look kind of shabby. Anyway, okay, you can see right here is where people drive in from the road over there. Okay. And you see that one, that's a parking spot. I'm facing, as you can see, I'm facing this parking lot. It's big. It goes on and on and on all the way to the service road of the interstate. And this first parking spot beyond these trees to my left, I don't know if it's to your left, but the two little shrubs right there in a tree, the parking spot right next to it is usually where one of them will be parked. That, what I've seen more there is black, and black cars, black sedans. And they will have all their windows rolled down. And the last one I saw, it was a guy, he must have been really tall, because he had his legs hanging. He had his legs out the door, or one leg out the door, and his legs were tall, were long. I mean, it was long. I was like, whoa, how does he get in there and drive? I mean, seriously, the comparison, he must have been a basketball player. But anyway, I've said all along that these sedans just don't seem to match the person. You know, the people, they generally look like upper middle class. Maybe they do it on their lunch and then right after that to make extra money to buy their clothes, maybe. Oh, I don't know. But it is kind of funny because they don't match at all, you know. So, I mean, imagine somebody, really wealthy. I don't want to say what kind of car, but one broken down, lemon or something, whatever, bad cars. And, I mean, that would be an extreme, but just a little bit under that extreme. Because they do look upper middle class. They don't look like that's what they'd be driving. Stereotyping, right? Not really. It's no. That's a whole separate thing. I wish I knew what goes on next to where I am. I sit out there and I never do know. I never go up there and find out. But it's a parks and recreation place. Anyway, so you see that. Let me get back here. You see that right there. Okay, now you see the tree, the next tree. That's how many parking spots is that? Maybe 7 or 8, something like that. You see that second one. There will be one black one there sometimes. And then in other places over here, there will be gray. Mainly I say gray. But yesterday, I think it was yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, I saw mainly black. Don't know. Do they have certain days that they do this, or they put out is it a place that people go there and they pick up the phones and they pick up the car, the autos, the sedans. Each one gets whatever sedan, and they do different colors, different days. I was telling Adam, I said, they're bound to be, if it is a big place, they're bound to have, mechanic, at least one. I said, of course. I'll tell you. And I could see that happening. The mechanic say, okay, this day I'm going to do the gray ones, I'm going to work on, make sure, fill them up with gas and do all this and that. The next time I'm going to do all the white ones. And the next time maybe they just had a lot more gray ones or something, because I mainly see gray. You would think white, but I mainly see gray. I keep saying that, don't I? But anyway. And anyway, so go over here. I mean, I can't do it all the way to far, but I keep seeing more and more and more that you wouldn't believe how far back this goes to the west. What is making all these noises and like stuff hitting my SUV? Seriously, this was on the door. But anyway, and I will see them. I don't know. I haven't really gone back far back. Close to the service road of the interstate over there, and just check it out. I might do that today. I've been back there a couple times, but I just drove. Just drove by and didn't really look for anybody, because that's where most people park, because there's a gym over there, and that's where usually people, whatever time of the day, they're out there. So, but I am curious. How it does as far as, I am concerned. Day before yesterday when I was out here, what I did notice was it seemed like, and even today, like once they got an offer, it would bounce something to me. I saw that one guy take off out of here, then it bounced or just hit me with one of them, and that kept happening. Only took one. and also, I have another thing I want to talk about concerning that.